All right, so this deck was submitted. The person submitted it as Abzan Knight, but really this deck is, I think it's Abzan Menagerie is probably a more accurate descriptor. I need you to smash with this deck's Knight of Autumn Spike so I can get off my pre-order copies. I'd be pretty surprised if Knight of Autumn ever spiked. I guess I can close. My blinds have are a little bit open. Should be better. All right, so this deck, one thing that I want to keep in mind is that in the past couple of decks we've played, I'm pretty confident at this point, after playing lots and lots of Magic, that this card feels like a trap in Standard. The payoffs that you're getting from playing basically a 1/1 for 1 really don't feel worthwhile to me. So I'm going to be interested to see if it feels like, just like we basically have 4 copies of Gruesome Menagerie and then a Zoni as our payoffs for Citrus Supplier, and I am not convinced that those are going to be enough payoffs. Let's jump into a match or two here and see how it goes. Hey, Brecken, good morning. Good morning, Coons. Yeah, so we'll... Yeah, 100% of the Standard that we play on the stream is on Arena. Arena's really slick. I like playing, I like both playing Standard and playing Standard on here. We're basically gonna do like a green-black impersonation this game, right? Like, just like Walker into Ranger into Chupacabra. I don't know that I really have anything too specific on that, Cranky. Seems fine, seems interesting. Evening, cutie. That is a graveyard. Probably just snap the trade here if they offer it. Braska, sure. He's dead, Jim. So we actually have a 1 and a 2 in here since the Explorer creature been to 1. Been that one. I'm gonna bin that one. Is Moto Surprise dead or scheduled downtime? So today was scheduled downtime. It's buried in the Magic Online site, is listed as scheduled downtime. Hey, Cage World, thank you for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Do I want to block here? I think so. I think this is fine. Man, the fact that this is the fact that Knight of Autumn is a 4/3 and not a 4/4 is like a big deal in a match like this. Maybe I'm supposed to save Chups here, but I kind of just want to use my mana for the turn. I guess I could have like played a tap land and played a Merfolk Branchwalker. This is our thing. This is, you know, one of the things about playing this card is that, you know, like this is like, what we're doing here is like one of our payoffs are supposed to be like a payoff basically, but like what we're actually doing like isn't even really that powerful. Like we kind of did our thing here and then like our thing, it just like isn't good enough. Just like they played like a 3/4 and like we can't attack. Love the standard plays and started watching. I'm interested in modern. How do I start playing modern? Do I just pick a deck and buy it and go for it, or what? So my best piece of advice for people that want to get into modern is always the same. There's so many decks that are reasonable in modern, is that I think the best way to approach it is you should either proxy with bulk or use an application like Cockatrice or X-Mage and test drive a couple of decks before you buy into something, because modern decks also tend to be a little bit expensive too, so you want to make sure that like whatever you're going to be spending money on you actually really like. Yeah, I think we're gonna, I think there's a chance we gut this deck a little bit after a match or two. Make some changes. Yeah, like this really, we're gonna take a look at all of the 1-drops in Abzan colors, because this card is just not worth bringing back. While black-green isn't unbeatable by any means, I think black-green is definitely what I would quantify as the litmus test of the format. So it's the thing that you need to be able to beat to kind of keep up in the mid-range world. So we have, actually, this zoning is going to be really good. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 creatures in here. Yeah, I guess we just head to the Space Jam, right? Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm supposed to attack with this in Nebraska first to try and hit some more. Yeah, I probably could have turned this into some more. It probably did tell me the amount. Oh, Cobalt, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. What a good payoff. I was actually like, maybe I'm gonna like eat my words here a little bit, and this is gonna be good. Yeah, Fine Finality is very, very good. It's like always card advantage, basically, right? Acer, thank you very much for the 4-month resub. Thanks for re-upping and welcome back. I think I'm just gonna take these stupid Citrus Suppliers out of my deck. Maybe I bring in these Assassin's Trophies. I'm gonna bring in Deadeye Tracker because I want more 1-drops to get back with Menagerie. Yeah, I'm not really sure that, like, Menagerie is a card that we're super interested in playing, honestly. It's just, like what you're getting. So, like, Menagerie is the type of card that, like, is interested in being, like, this mid-range grindy card, right? And, like, I feel like that game there really showed that, like, it as a mid-range grindy card isn't good enough, right? Like, we're playing against like the premier mid-range deck of the format, basically, and like we played what should be a trump card, and we just like got laughed out of the show. So, like, people who are coming into chat and, like, talking about the Night of Autumn, I feel like you're just completely ignorant of, like, what we've actually been talking about and, like, looking at what's going on in the deck list in general. I think, like, of all the things that could be good or bad about this deck list, I think Night of Autumn's just, like, not even on the radar. And I guess maybe it's my fault because I named the deck Abzan Autumn, like the person who submitted it. Hey, Brendan! Thanks for doling out those sub-gifteroonies. Welcome to the newly drafted members of Hoaglandia. Enjoy your shovels. We're gonna put you to work in the trenches. Which, were you submitting a deck for that, Brendan? Hoaglandia. The Hoaglandia draft is in full effect. I'm gonna decline putting a land on top. So like, again, just like focusing on the knights in this deck is just like not paying attention to like things you could be paying attention to. Can you dig it? Do. This actually gets 3 things back. Yeah, make sure you pop into the Discord, newly drafted folks. Siege Rhino and Rotter. Nope. I can write that down. It is noted. All of these standard decks that I've played, you can find both on my website and my YouTube channel. I don't believe we've played Angels a second time, but I honestly don't remember for sure. Sounds very good. Yeah, this is... Maybe I should update the stream title. This is more of I think if I feel like if I update the stream title, people will ask less about the stupid knights. This is a menagerie deck. It is not a Knight of Autumn deck. It's a menagerie deck that happens to be playing Knight of Autumn. Yeah. The menagerie definitely won the game, and not them missing their 4th land drop. Yeah, right? You get it. You get it. Yeah, just gonna leave that one there. Alright, smash. So you need to wait for the Discord server to sync. So it syncs at specific points. So it is not constantly updated. That one can stay right there. That one encourages me to trade aggressively here. Yeah, about once an hour is accurate. Oh, I tapped my lands wrong. If I would have tapped better with the elves, I could have Deadeye Trackered and gotten rid of these. Yeah, so that's a pretty big deal. They were able to pick that Fine Broker back up because of because I messed up. Loose. They're legally obligated to do that, Nivik. Just as an FYI. It is neat, but they're not doing it just because it's neat. Actually, let's get the Llanowar Elf back, because it gets me... I already have a Deadeye Tracker in play. So, because of the way GD... And this is as someone who actually shut down a site that I had because I didn't want to deal with these regulations. So, because of how much of a mess GDPR and tracking everything is, basically every company or service has to assume that everybody could be from the EU, because even if you're physically located in the United States, if you're an EU citizen, you're protected by that nonsense. It's a giant nightmare. We actually, so I help maintain an open source project, and we actually just like shut our forums down because it's going to be too much of a nightmare to like keep track of. Oh gosh, they're taking my Azoni. Oh, they're taking Jadelight Ranger. Oh, sure. Weird. Yes, that is exactly why you got 8 trillion terms of service changes about a month ago. It is 110% the reason. Those regulations were the reason why. This Deadeye Tracker is like really good, huh? So this only has 4 things. So this is mine, right? So if I chupa this, I'm gonna start by activating this because if I hit a land here, I would like to if I had a black source, I would like to play it. Ain't no Candyman, that's true. It is exploring nicely though. Yeah, Deadeye Tracker seems really good in these like green-black pseudo mirrors. Yep. Big choops. Sure. Sure. If they don't have a finality here, this Izoni could potentially take over the game. So I'm moving to blocks. I'm gonna block here, and then I'm actually gonna go ahead and trophy this one that I own, because this will go back to my discard pile. So I'm gonna get 7 tokens from this next turn then. Yeah, if they do have a find, we kind of just like go back to parity. But I would like to be winning, right? Like Izoni means if there's not a find finality, I'm like pretty far ahead. Phyrexian Scriptures. All right. That one gives me a chance to draw a bunch of cards. Nope, I lied. JK. I'm gonna say that attack is terrible, or would be terrible. Exile all cards from all opponents' graveyards. Wow, that's really good. I guess I'm playing this turn, and the reason why I'm playing this is I want to put a land on top of my deck. So that way, oh, I'm not going to be able to do it though, right? I was thinking I could Memorial to Folly, pick my Izoni back up, but I actually can't do that, right? Like that's not going to be good enough. Yeah, that's just bad because I'm going to be short a land. I'm dumb. My counting was wrong. I'm gonna pick a Jadelight Ranger up here. I shouldn't have played the Glowspore Shaman. That was a mistake. I forgot Memorial was gonna sacrifice when I was counting, and I was losing my elf too. I was thinking I could put a Zoni, pick a Zoni up, and then replay a Zoni the following turn, but that's actually just not the case.
Wherever I go, its loss will fall.
So Ritual of Soot. Soot plus Frasco. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. So you're saying there's a chance. That one. One turn late, but I get to keep my bin at least here. We have a lot of health from the early Wildgrowth Walker.
Probably going to.
That one can stay right there. Combat, attack, Braska. And I'm gonna go ahead and play Glowspore Shaman out. This, I think this board will encourage them. Oh, geez, that mills the thing over that I wanted. I'm dumb. Sequencing, chat, sequencing.
An unfortunate casualty.
Let's see, if you don't want a Ritualist in here, you don't want to attack. Alright, I guess my sequencing ended up fine. Oh, Memorial on top. That's a good suggestion. There should be more Memorials in this deck. There should be more Memorials in this deck. Hey, snacky snack. Insert Leonin Arbiter joke about paying taxes so I can fetch myself that sweet piece of Hoaglandia land. What's going on? Thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here.
Our game.
Man, that thing's at 10 already. That's unfortunate. Hopefully we could draw a Assassin's Trophy here. I guess if they don't have a Doomblade here, this Ravenous Chupacabra lets my knight tap the Braska. You cannot trade like Magic Online. Arena is a closed system, much like Hearthstone or the other CCGs that are popular these days.
Just a flesh wound.
Oh, they have another Golden Demise. That's rough. I didn't care if they Ritual of Sooted there, because it's just like 2 poopy creatures that like kind of already got value. But Golden Demise killing all of my stuff kind of sucks. Descendants Pass just not a competitive card, Scouty. It's just gonna get run over a whole bunch. Honestly, I think 3 to 4 or 2 to 3 Memorial is probably a good number. They binned the Golden Demise. They had one in their hand. This is just all too slow at this point. I guess I can draw an Izoni or a Menagerie naturally here. But this is, I don't have time to put Memorial back on top at this point now. You must have a Doomblade. Do you have a Doomblade or are you just BMing? I don't concede as early because I don't understand this format completely, so I don't fully know when games are over, when they're not over. Like, I still concede when I'm pretty confident I can't win anymore, but like, Standard's not like Modern. Standard doesn't have a bunch of games where you're just like helpless and can't do anything. It's one of the reasons why Modern's has a format with a lot of really rancid games in it. Modern's a format that is filled with games where you basically just don't have a chance. All right, I'm cutting these Stitcher suppliers because I'm confident that they are poop. I think another Memorial to Folly actually sounds really good. I'm gonna go ahead and put these Deadeye Trackers in the main deck here to increase the one count for Gruesome Menagerie. It's also a card that like helps us fill the bin too eventually, right? Not playing 4 Chupacabra is probably nonsense, and let's fix that. Pelt Collector. This deck really can't trigger a Pelt Collector all that often. Yeah, I'm just gonna put two Memorials in with the Glowspore Shaman. Cut Izoni for Underrealm Lich. I don't think so. Izoni's kind of a better payoff. Like, Underrealm Lich helps you find more cards that you want, but like, I'm looking for Izoni. No, so like, one of the ways you need to think about mana bases in decks like this is I think splashing for Knight's moderately free. Especially with like how many ways we have to like dig for more lands, but like once you start adding cards like 1-cost white cards, the stress you put on your mana base becomes very real. So he's versatile, but like I don't need more mopey versatile cards in this deck if you're looking at it. Like this deck needs go over the top closing power. It doesn't need another way. It doesn't need like more mopey cards to like help you like kind of poke through your deck basically. Yeah, this list is interesting. If you consider Militia Bugler, that's an A+ suggestion. I think I'd have to mess up the mana a little bit to make more 3-drops work, more white cards work, but Militia Bugler's kind of a hot suggestion. This deck's like mono, like 2-power things almost. This is what, 6, 13. This is, oh, it gets Izoni too? Gosh, that's so good. Man, that's a really good suggestion. Let's check a couple of those. Bugler gives us redundancy on our Izoni too. My audio is identical to what it always is. Pretty sure. Yep. Compressor and noise gate exactly where they're always at. Yeah, Bugler and Izoni is pretty kind of sweet. Yeah, Bugler Menagerie too. It's like more ways to get to these. I'm actually gonna not play another Chupacabra then. Nope, all my levels are the same. Message deleted. What's going on, 9ball? So close to my sword, then I'll be a real boy. Perhaps the timeout is in order. Thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. I definitely sound different today. All right, I'll pull the game back a little bit. Check 1282. I mean, the room is identical. I'm pretty confident. Yeah, people, it's funny. If once somebody says it sounds different, everybody automatically assumes it sounds different. If there's one thing my years of doing audio work taught me, it's that you'd be like, oh, something's off. Or like, can you do it? You'd like, all right, how's that? And you'd be like, yeah, that's better. And you'd be like, well, I didn't touch anything. So like, you're an idiot. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. All the settings are the same. I'll pull the game back just in case it's clipping, but yeah. Check 1, 2, whatever. All right, so Bugler. How's that? Nope. Check. Still clipping. All right. There. Nope. Not clipping. Look at that. It's not clipping. All right. Quiet. Now it's quiet. Just quieter. I did pull it down. I don't know. I'm just leaving it where it's at. I'm gonna put it back. Whatever. There is a compressor on my thing. There is a compressor on my audio. For when I get too loud. Alright, what was I doing here? Do I need more white sources? We don't have Godless Shrine or white, black. Oh, we could play Isolated Chapel, right? We could play Isolated Chapel. This is 16 green. 16 green's probably plenty. Yeah, deck building streams suck. That's why I hate. Part of the reason this took so long is because I was messing with audio settings, though, to be fair. So you have to remember that Llanowar Elf counts as a green source. So I've got 20 green sources right now. This is 16 plus this. That's probably too many Deadeye Trackers. All right, let's do this. I don't know the most efficient way to do things. I just gave Wizards of the Coast a pile of money. And now we're here. And when there is a card I want to play with that I do not have, I give them more money, and then they give me booster packs, which eventually turn into wild cards. Llanowar Elves is literally a green source. You play Llanowar Elves on 1 or 2, it's a green source. Kind of a Zentoth. I don't know. The most messed up part about Arena and its economy is that there's no good way to know what you're getting for your money. And I'm sure that's intentional, because they don't want you to know how much you have to spend. It does not turn into a wild card. It turns into a very, very small fraction of this vault thing, which eventually turns into more wild cards. Basically, opening 5th copies of cards is really bad right now. Sure. Forgot that this game has sound, that I can listen to the sound. Yeah, her mana is great. The people who think my audio sounded different, you're crazy. I just went back and listened to my audio. It sounds fine. Get out of here. You crazy. You crazy people. So, I don't really know what to tell you, Captain Jack. I'm not arena support. I will tell you, I've opened the vault, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 times at this point, and every time I open it, wild cards pop up, no problem. I'm just gonna gain 4 health with this because it dies to lightning strike even if I power it up, and I can just trade this here. Hey, Foxicod. Super glad I gained 4. Yeah, our hand's pretty good for this matchup for sure. I wanted that to be a land ideally. I guess it could be a land. I was disappointed. This time through, we're going to have reasons to play basic lands. Like Field of Ruin and Assassin's Trophy and cards like that are going to encourage people to play some basics in their deck still. You got me addicted to Arena. No apologies. Arena is great. The application is really, really good. Wow, they've just got stone cold nothing going on, huh? Land. Ding. And this stork gets to explore now too. What is in their hand? Are they just like on all lands? Because like if they had any red spell, they could have attacked this in, right? Why wouldn't they do this on their turn so they could like attack this in? For me, baby. Oh, 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 oh no. Let's do this now. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. I just want to bend this, right? Yeah, we've kind of set ourselves up to just like dumpster them here, right? It's gonna play big choops out here and kill their 4/4. Thoroughly enjoying all the standard content. I was watching some of the other standard streams. They were using Moto for it, and man, it's different as so they weren't used to do. It's funny, Alcohol. Do you follow me on Twitter, Alcohol? I definitely posted pictures of Sam Black and Brian Bronduin posting that they were using Arena for playing Magic, and then Ben Stark responded to my post like, yeah, I've been playing more Arena than Magic Online too. %, because we're not gonna get to the Menagerie. All right. Oh, let's not do that. I was gonna bring in a random Harpooner over an Izoni just because I want to drag my curve down a smidge. So this seems fine. You should. We've played Grixis Phoenix, Wallaby. You should watch my YouTube videos. Check them out on my website as well, jeffhoagland.com. I mean, did you watch Deadeye Tracker take my opponent to Pound Town last game? How do you deal with Phoenix? Did you watch Deadeye Tracker take my opponent to Pound Town? Honestly, this deck could probably use a third Deadeye Tracker in the sideboard. Card's been pretty good. Hey, Namal finally got me a sword. Thanks for the awesome content. Thanks for the 6 months. Enjoy your trading sword. Thanks for being a part of Hoaglandia here. Hey, Husing. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. I think we've got like one more turn to find a green source here. I think we find a green source this turn. We should be okay. Itty bitty bugle boy, company B. Yep, down to 7. If we get a forest here, we get to go Wildgrowth into Seekers Squire. Am I dead? You have a shock? I've not streamed any Warhammer, but I've been playing it at the gym in my off time still. Yeah, the lack of certainty in what you get when you put money into Arena is the biggest issue the application has. And I will not defend that because it is an issue that the application has, for sure. This hand's a little tapped out, but I think on the play this is probably fine. That was an okay draw. Even if they trade these here, I think that's fine with me. No, I haven't played D&D in a long time. I used to play during undergrad, but it's just been years. Hard to find the time. Thanks, Lumbering Falls. We're actually getting pretty close to the goal. I think we're up to like 40. If you just placed when I was at 46 this morning when I logged on, so 47, halfway to the baby phase. All right, she's dead, Jim. I would like to leave Woodland Cemetery open here. Bugler is a sweet piece in this deck. That was a good suggestion. Just like finds all our stuff. Yeah, honestly, the 4th Bugler might be better than like the 4th Knight of Autumn, actually. He's dead, Jim. This is why I didn't shock in the Temple Garden to play the Jadelight Ranger, because there's a good chance something like that was going to happen. And I have Memorial to Folly in play here already, so we'll be able to pick this Wildgrowth Walker back up. Yeah, the fact that we can tune decks while we play an arena is sweet. On Magic Online, we're locked into playing a full league, and getting cards is awkward and such. But here we can make adjustments as we go. Yeah, the timer isn't perfect on this application, but I definitely prefer it to how Magic Online works. All right, so this gets to come into play untapped. And then I can crack this, grab Wildgrowth Walker back. So, Innocent Smith, you should watch this video from the start. Stitcher Supplier is a trap. It's not standard playable. The first list we started with had Stitcher Supplier in them, and the card is just rancid. It's a card that a 1/1 for 1 is not standard playable, and the payoff that you are getting from playing this 1/1 for 1 is not good enough. How do you feel about the usage of Moto instead of MTGO when referring to an application? Moto stands for Magic Online with Digital Objects, which is the original name for Magic Online. Oh, so these are going to start drawing them cards now, right? Because they can actually cast both of these this turn. I probably want a 4th Wildgrowth Walker in the sideboard of this deck, so it's just like the only card you want to draw against red. They have 1 card left. I think I'm supposed to let them draw cards here. Well, they have another risk factor, chat, and they have 3 mana here. So like, if I take 4 here, yeah, I died to Shock and Wizard Lightning. If they attack like this, I'm gonna go block. Because blocking here means that they want to flashback this risk factor that their runaway Steamkin dies. Did you draw a Shock? If they don't kill this Wildgrowth Walker, we're still in this game. Sure. This is upkeep, draw 3 more. And they have to do this during my upkeep, because otherwise the runaway Steamkin would have died. And like, obviously I have to let them draw cards, right? Because otherwise I'm dead. The good news is I'm gonna gain 10 this turn. And this thing's gonna get Xbox huge. All right, we have a game. I don't know, like we gained 10 and I think we're still a little bit behind here. I agree. The what's it called is very good. Risk factor is very good. The people that were into that card not being good didn't get it. They didn't understand what made that card good. Maybe keeping this Knight of Autumn on top wasn't good enough. So if they attack with Steamkin here, I just double block, right? I guess if I block with this though, like they eat this and then yeah, I guess it's no blocks actually. Because then I have a 4-3 and a 3-2 and I can't block the Goblin Chain Whirler. Alright, we're dead. Just 3 risk factors in their top 20 cards. Yeah, risk factor's much better than Browbeat, and Browbeat is unplayable, so that's one of the reasons why people were so apprehensive about risk factors, because Browbeat isn't particularly good. Definitely want a 4th Wildgrowth Walker in the sideboard. I think I want an extra Deadeye in the sideboard too here. I think I want another Bugler. Cut for this Bugler. Card good enough. Other creature you control get 1/1. That's interesting. The Azanis have clumped up a little bit. I could see that being okay. I'm getting a lot of white cards in here at this point. I like the idea of this card though. This puts me at 62. Yeah, trimming a knight's probably fine. I'm gonna put the extra knight in the sideboard, actually. Got one of these trophies. Do I need 4 menageries? Like, I've got a variety of top end here at this point. Is my creature count 34? Yeah, exactly. With this card, we find our legendary creatures more consistently. No, this gets found off of Bugler is the idea. So like by playing more 1 and 2 power things, we yeah, it's like I'm adding top end here, so trimming top end makes a lot of sense. I like that. I like that. Bugler finds all the stuff basically. Now I think the split is fine. Azoni's a card too that like you can play it after they sweep your board as well. Like Azoni's a good recovery card like after they finality you. Like you could build a board that like has to be finality or swept in some way, and then play the Azoni as a follow-up. Hey, that seems pretty good. Ding. Got better. I was never super medium on Arena. The people that are saying that have selective memory, or just like wanting to crap on Arena and then like extending that to try and put words into my mouth. What I said about Arena earlier this year was it looked like really awesome software, but it didn't have Modern on it, which was the only format I was playing at the time, so I wasn't interested in playing it. And now that it has a standard format that I'm interested in playing, it's great, and I'm really enjoying it. Hey, Argon, Triple XI, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. We expect Artifact streams from me in the future. At some point, we will try Artifact on stream. I'm just bidding both of those. Maybe I want that. Although I guess I'm gonna be able to like pick that back up out of my bin with this Menagerie, so it's probably fine. And we're gonna try some Artifact when it comes out, but I don't know exactly how much. We'll see. We'll see how much fun it is and how popular the content is. This is sweet. Let's my Jadelight Ranger attack into this 2/5. This is really good. Honestly, so I found myself really hoping that Artifact was gonna be good, but like since I started playing Arena and playing the standard format, I'm kind of just whatever on it at this point. Like WotC's finally delivered basically what we always wanted. So like it's kind of just like, well, I don't need to be. I'm not waiting for a digital magic client anymore, basically. I think I'm just gonna smash here. Yeah, same. And the more, and like, Valve's handling of this whole spoiler season for Artifact has been rancid. Like, it's really terrible the way they like have these people in their beta testing just like giving us like this pseudo part information about the game. It's really been incredibly awkward. Yeah, that was really awesome. I think whoever said we want another Tristani is probably right. That was kind of absurd. Yeah, I know several people, two, so two's not several. I know a couple of people who are in the Artifact beta and don't enjoy the gameplay, but publicly are being very positive about it because they think making Artifact content potentially stands to make them a lot of money, which I don't think is right, but like people are gonna do what they want to do, right? Like I prefer a little transparency in my life. I think I want a couple of trophies here to kill their bigger things. And here's the other thing about Artifact that people need to understand. Everyone who wants to play a card game for money, regardless of if Artifact is good or if they like it, is going to play Artifact because Artifact is going to put piles of money on the table. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. There's going to be piles of money involved in playing Artifact. And So these people who just want a competitive card game, you basically should take their opinions with a huge grain of salt, because they're committed to this game even if it sucks. And it might be great. It might be awesome. It might be the best thing since sliced bread. It might be better than Magic. But people who are these competitive, like Pro Tour players, and are playing Magic who want to play Magic and card games for money, you really can't value their opinions on it because they're super biased. Oh, Harpooner's a good suggestion. That should definitely be in my deck. They have a bunch of... They're literally playing against Boros, and just like the matchup Harpooner should be in my deck for. Yeah, I just wasn't thinking about what Harpooner does. Gosh, the Buglers seem awesome in this deck. They're not really pressuring me. I think I'd rather just take Jadelight because it's more value. All right, you killed my creatures that cantripped. Good job. You got me. This standard format so far to me feels like playing Modern without ever having to get Troned. I'm just gonna say it. It feels like Modern without the terrible part of Modern, having to get Troned. Ugh, that's brutal. I am not beating another sweeper. Yeah, I need Harpooners in my deck for sure. If I had Harpooners, we could kill it with that. I'm gonna attack first for when they settle me. Modern, I agree. Modern has a lot of really awesome games of Magic, but it also has a lot of games of Magic that I'm just like, really, I'm not interested in playing, and that's why we concede a lot. That's gonna be really good, right? Yes, it is. That one could stay right there. All right, if they have a sweeper, that's bad, but I would like to pump this up. So I got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, a 15 power in play here. So I think on this attack, I can leave a couple of things back here. I'll leave one back. I think I just need Wildgrowth Jadelight Ranger. I need to gain some health here. That one can stay right there, chat. That one's got a new home. Nice angel. Nice angel. All right. Well, that was fantastic. I think we're gonna slide the Izodes into the sideboard. That was quite. Let's just be honest about what we're doing here. Abzan Bugler. All right, good. Glad we can be honest with ourselves. these in the sideboard. I think Izoni in the sideboard to grind against decks that are full of sweepers does not seem unreasonable. Do I want Harpooners in the main? I've got one slot here. It could just be the last Chupacabra, honestly. How many black sources am I at? This is 4, 12, 15. That's probably... Vivien. I can see Vivien being okay. How many bugler hits do I have at the moment? It's a lot, right? This is 6. Bugler hits bugler, so 6, 10. Which of my creatures? Bugler hits every creature in my deck right now, right? So I can just look at my creature count. I have 33 bugler hits at the moment. Is it just a Vivien? I kind of want another Doomblade in my 75, so Vivien doesn't seem bad. How do you spell Vivien? There we go. What is this? What is this sideboard doing? Let's cut those. Do I need this last Deadeye Tracker? I'm gonna put a second Viv in the board. I like Vivien. I like Viv. She's got legs, chat. Do I need Plaguecrafter in this deck if I have Trophy? I probably don't need Plaguecrafter if I have Trophy, right? I'm gonna put the last Deadeye Tracker back in the board. Carnage Tyrant's probably a little bit annoying. Well, so here's the thing. I'm gonna lay down some knowledge for you, chat. Listen up, because a lot of people got it wrong. Plaguecrafter doesn't beat Carnage Tyrant. Repeat after me. Plaguecrafter doesn't beat Carnage Tyrant. Almost every Carnage Tyrant deck in this format has Llanowar Elves and Explore creatures just surrounding it. Yeah, I like Dire Fleet a lot. I'm pretty high on this card, and I think it's fantastic. I think the reason to play Plaguecrafter is to kill Tefreeze and to kill Niv Mizzets. I think like those are reasonable reasons to play that card, but I don't think that maybe I don't need a 4th Knight of Autumn. I think Dire Fleet Poisoners is just like everything we want and so much more. I'm gonna put the last Chupa in the sideboard. There's a lot of matches where just like Chupa's just like one of your best cards. All right, let's do that. Yeah, I think Izoni's good against the sweeper decks, like the Cleansing Nova, like Jeskai Control. I think Izoni's very good there. All right, let's update this, then we'll play one more here. Oh, did I wanna touch the mana again? Maybe I wanted to touch the mana. This is 15. I've got 11 white. I don't have a ton of white cards. I probably want a 12th white source in here. Let's just go all in on tapped lands. Let's do that. Let's do that. You can see the list of decks that we are planning to play today in the title of the stream. you can see the list of decks that we'll be playing in the future and the deck queue on my website. Keep this on the draw. Magic Online has 12 hours of downtime, 9 hours of downtime, some obnoxious amount of downtime. Magic Online is scheduled to be back up from its downtime in approximately 4 hours, which is about the time I stop streaming. Has downtime till noon PST, and normally I stream till 1 PST. It's a good clean live-in. Alright, y'all ready for a grind? I just want to work towards a black source here. I have no idea, but they have like 9 hours of downtime like once a month. We played an iteration of Thousand Year Storm, but it wasn't particularly good. It was like this control deck trying to play Thousand Year Storm, and it was less than ideal. Definitely felt probably worse than our dedicated combo deck. You can find it on YouTube as always. Oh, they missed their third land, right? We went first. Sure. So like, it wasn't a storm deck, Chris. It was basically a control deck that was using Thousand Year Storm, similar to how you would use a Planeswalker. As much as I want that, I just need another black source at the moment. That was a good land drop. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Menagerie just because it's like my best card against a control deck. It's very possible that that was the case. And just like hope to hit the black source down the line. We have 3 Menageries in the deck at the moment. We have cast Tristani, and it was sweet. She felt very reasonable. So they have a Doomblade or a Counterspell here, it looks like. I'm gonna attack with Chupacabra. I'm fine trading my 2/2 for this through, and I'm not really okay trading my 4/3. I don't think Mausoleum Secrets is particularly good. Doesn't do enough for what it's got going on. All right, so I'm gonna play the sabotage counter. Yeah. Because that's really bad against removal, and like the odds of them not being able to surveil before I play a 1-drop and then like get to untap with a non-summoning sec 1-drop is like absurdly low. I mean, the issue is like, how do we watch out for Soot Slacker? Like, can you say something constructive and specific, please? Like, did I have the option to play around it and then chose not to, or did I like have to put them in a position to have it and then they hit their land and we died? Like, that's okay. It's just like how Magic works sometimes. It's like your aggressive deck can't beat Sweeper sometimes. Sometimes it can and sometimes it can't. Honestly, the fact that we had the fact that we didn't have black mana was probably the thing that hurt us the most this game, because the Gruesome Menagerie would have set us up to play through Soot very nicely, but I didn't have the mana available to be able to play it, so I had to pass it up. Yeah, blue-blacks. If a deck is weak to Ritual of Soot, generally blue-black is pretty good against it. Yeah, Magic Online is dead, so rather than not streaming, I decided to play Standard. I need 3 cuts here. I have 32 creatures at the moment. I think the cuts are creatures. Yeah, I could just cut elves. It's probably not unreasonable. They just, like, kill my stuff. Is it worth playing Deathgorge, Scavenger, Overtracker, Losing? No, I don't think so. That's why I'm not playing it. Also, the other thing that's important is that, like, Gruesome Menagerie gets back a 1-drop creature, so, like, having more appealing 1-drop creatures makes my Gruesome Menageries better. So, I'm already kind of choked on 3s, so I make my Gruesome Menageries better as well, in addition to gaining synergy with Bugler with the Deadeye Tracker. So you get, like, a bunch of different small bonuses towards playing Deadeye Tracker. Man, you know what's funny is that we actually have more black sources in this deck than we do white sources. There's only 12 white sources and there's 16 black. Yeah, Harpooner's okay. Maybe it's a little bit better than Chupacabra even. Unfortunately, I just can't keep that. That's fine. You can find all of the past decks that I have played on my YouTube channel, as well as linked on my website. In every YouTube video description that I make, there is a text deck list, as well as a link to the deck list on my Stream Decker page. Try to do my best to make information accessible for those that want it. Maybe this deck just wants more lands in it. Yeah, I have 16 black sources, which is more than enough for. We are getting a touch unlucky currently. I'm just gonna chain Bugle Boys here. Operative's not really spicy, it's stock. The blue-black deck's playing 3 to 4 of these. I think you should be playing 4 of these. I think this card's very good. Would 25 be too many? Probably not. I don't know, like with the elves, maybe it is. It's possible I could go like up a Folly. I'm not blocking here because there's no surveil post-combat. Alright, let's attack with these. You don't want a 2-mana spell in your deck that's trying to cascade into Living End. Pro tip. That's really unfortunate for us. Yeah, I think adding the pages with videos by format is a good addition to the site, for sure. I think I'm gonna get probably a second Memorial to Folly in the deck. I don't know that we're gonna play another match after this, so it's about almost time to move on. I can squeeze one more in. This deck's been kind of neat. I don't think so. I think because we're playing Bugler, we don't want Midnight Reaper. But I'd be willing to be wrong on that. Yeah, I agree. In fact, one of the reasons why I think this format is so good right now is because of the very introducing mechanics that are present in it. We have Surveil, we have Jumpstart, just a lot of things that reduce a lot of really pretty feel bad variants. I think we're just dead here. I'm just gonna add another land and then try another one here. Decks that are bad against Ritual of Soot kind of just get devoured by the blue-black deck. Yeah, the Magic spreadsheet is offline this morning, which is why we have 1,100 people watching, because we're playing a video game. Alright, I'm gonna go up a Memorial. I'm gonna cut the Chupa. Yeah, I'm gonna cut a Chupa. The spreadsheets are down. Alright, let's play one more with this. Kick the tires once more, see how it feels. Yeah, the Operative deck's really sweet. Yeah, Operative's great. Yeah, I just added a land to our deck OP. This deck definitely needs another land. Yeah, we've evolved into a Bugler Tristani deck. Yeah, sweet. A little bit slow, but pretty reasonable otherwise. Mana's perfect this time, which is nice. What is Imp? I actually don't know what card you're talking about. This is the second time I think maybe you or someone else has mentioned an Imp card. What is? Can you please put the text in chat or what the card name is? Right on time. One drop. That card is incredibly slow and clunky. Yeah, it really is team hack. I think that card's much worse than just playing Duress. Alright, I think I want a Bugler here because on the off chance this Jadelight hits 2 lands, I'd actually have to discard cards. This Bugler also lines up better into the District Guide, most likely. Sure.
You should leave before what can I say? Death is cheap.
So, do I want to Chupa one of those things, or do I think I want a Jadelight plus Deadeye this turn, and then we can go like tap land Chups next turn. Well, they know that one's coming now, but I think that's fine. I think I want both of those in this matchup. Tristani Discordant is a card that makes our entire board better by giving all of our creatures a boost. It also is a card that creates a large board presence in a single card, so it's very good against things like spot removal, cards like Chupacabra, cards like Vraska's Contempt, because it creates multiple bodies in a single card. All right, no block Seer. Chups is gonna kill their Wildgrowth Walker, and then honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if they finality this board. I guess they could find these two things from their bin, but that doesn't seem particularly powerful at the moment. Doom Whisperer, all right.
Sacrifices must be made from time to time.
If Magic Online lets us play Modern, we'll play some Modern today. Normally my Wednesday streams are Modern on Magic Online, but Magic Online is currently taking a dirt nap. Do we feel like gambling? I think I feel like gambling. If I Deadeye into an untapped land, I can Deadeye plus Chupacabra this turn. Tilt. Yeah, there's some videos of me playing. There's a video of me playing Boros Angels on my YouTube channel / website, jeffhoagland.com or youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. You can find both of those there. In Magic Online's defense, it starts its downtime at night. It just has 12 hours of downtime. Like, it's 9 hours of downtime, actually, right? Or 8 or so. It's from 3 p.m. till noon. It's 9 hours of downtime. 3 a.m. till noon.
I haven't forgotten how to destroy things.
Yeah, Platinum, but generally speaking, the highest usage time for services like Magic Online are daytime US, evening UK. So ideally your downtime should be overnight US, which is then early morning UK EU time. It's how things should work ideally if companies understand what's going on. All right, what's not good here? I think I just trimmed my elves in these grindy matchups. Maybe Harpooner's not good enough. Yes, the idea that downtime should take 9 hours is also absurd. Concur with that, Suspect. Oh yeah, the Abzan could come in here. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of worried. So like that game, like that, and this is why the green-black deck is so good, and there's so many different iterations of green-black. Like, I feel like people like to go mono grind against these green-black decks, and like, I didn't lose that game because we got ground out, chat. I lost that game because we died to a pile of Doom Whisperers and other threats on the board. So like, while I get it that like the green-black deck is like capable of grinding, there's a ton of games the green-black deck wins where they're not grinding. They're just like putting efficient cards into play and killing you with them. Playing a double white card in this deck is not a good idea. That's how you make your... I think our mana base is already stretched a little bit, and trying to play a white card with the number of white sources of mana that I have in my deck is not ideal. Is mathematically a bad idea. Your downtime, if you understand what you're doing with your software development, should probably be less than an hour while you upload your tested version to your servers and then run some automated checks against your tests. iGhost, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here with that. Man, our curve's gonna be sweet here. It's a big boy Chups. If we hit an untapped land next turn, we should like slam Tristani and start smashing. I think Doom Whisperer could be used for combo shenanigans. We played a blue-black Surveil deck yesterday that basically used Doom Whisperer alongside the Surveil Bug and the 1-mana Phantom to turn them into Channel Fireball, which was pretty sweet. You can find the videos of that on my website, my YouTube channel. There's a lot of sweet things to be doing in this format. What do you think is the best control deck in the current format? I don't know. I think there's ups and downs to a lot of the different configurations that are running around right now. So Jadelight gives me my best chance of hitting a land drop here, right? Gives me 2 looks. Ding. They are definitely a small indie company. Hey, Rick, thank you for the $20 donation. I appreciate that. I assume that's added deck to the queue. Sorry, I'm loading my dashboard now. Fog is approaching. Oh, right, the Turbo Fog deck. Sounds good. So, stand up for a bit. My legs are getting cramped. All right, so what do I want to do here? So part of me wants to jam the Tristani down their throat so I can pressure this Vraska, but they have this Chupacabra in their hand, which makes the Tristani a little bit less appealing. I guess even if they Chup next turn, it's probably okay for me. Yeah, the lack of triple green's unfortunate because the wild growth and the Jadelight would definitely be pretty reasonable here. I think I'm only attacking these two into here. Like, I could attack with this, and then they get to eat it with Jadelight, which means I guaranteed hit this for at least 3. But I don't know if it's worth trading this for 3 points of damage on the Vraska. I don't think it is. I guess it's only going to be a 1-2 because they're going to kill Tristani. All right, let's trade it for some damage. Well, that was interesting. I'm not sure why they didn't need our 2-3. Hey, Sabanite, thank you for continuing your sub gift from Marty. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. And Lucas, bring JAC back to standard. Imagine it plays faster on Arena. Well, that was that could have gone better for us, chat. That could have gone better for us. I think we're gonna be dead here. Looking for a Chupacabra here. Size not bad. Let's get rid of this. Consistent sub for consistent streaming. Thank you for the 8 months, Rexel. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Shipping those Bezo bucks back this way again this month. That's been there for a long time, Azentoth. That's several weeks old, actually. Okay. It's probably just... Hey, Harvester of Sorrow. Thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub there. Welcome. So shipping your Bezo money this way. That is exactly where I want that card. Okay, so we were able to buffer our health total here. And we have an answer for this Jadelight Ranger. We need to work out an answer to this Vraska. Is the Vraska ulting next turn? I think the Vraska's ulting next turn. Oh, they're destroying my thing. That's good for me. Oh, these have Menace. These have Menace. I was like, that attack is weird. That's not weird. They have Menace. Yeah, there's a mono blue tempo deck that we've played a bunch on stream before. There's also a blue-black pirates deck that plays a lot of evasive threats. We've been playing that on stream as well. The blue-black pirates deck is probably my favorite deck in the format right now. I really enjoy the play patterns that it creates. All right, we've got Chups here to shoot down the Jadelight Ranger. We don't have the Vraska in check just yet, but Tristani Discordant could give us a big leg up towards doing that. Dubby, thank you for the 3-month resub. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed with that this month. Welcome to everybody, by the way. Happy Wednesday. A lot of the big kids are not streaming today because they are at TwitchCon or heading to TwitchCon stuff. So, welcome. I stream a bunch of Magic here. All constructed, ton of standard, ton of modern on Magic Online. Kiki Jiki, thank you for the 3-month resub. Welcome back. Is this a finality? Is that what this attack represents? The attack feels aggressive, which probably means it's a finality. They could also just be like wanting to pressure my health total though. That is a Chupacabra. That is really unfortunate for me. Wait, did they not? No, they made. I was like, did they not use their thing? They made this. So I have 8 mana altogether. If I Tristani smash Vraska, they're gonna have at least 6 power with Menace. I will have 3 blockers back, so I can double block 1 and go to 6 and then not be dead. I'll have this back as a blocker too. All right, yeah, I'm gonna play Tristani and then smash Vraska here. If their last card's a blank, it's not. That might be all she wrote. So they get to trade their 3/2 and their 2/2. Vraska goes to 3. I suppose they could just trade this and leave their 2/2 back and let Vraska go to 1. Yeah, the fact that this like gains 2 life every turn is huge. They're able to take out my Vigilant blocker without me losing any value as well. That card is not going to help get me out of this. Am I dead on board? They kill my 3/2. I am not dead on board. Wait, I am. This is at 1, right? These have lifelink, friend. I'm not dead yet. Yeah, if we had a Menagerie off the top, we could potentially be in this. Especially, actually, if we hit Menagerie off the top, we get Wildgrowth Walker back plus a Jadelight. That's a Knight of Autumn. So, what do I want to do here? These Menace Pirates are just brutal. Yeah, I have Memorial. I don't know if that really accomplishes anything, though. So I can Memorial plus have 4 mana left over. No, I can't get Tristani and recast it. So I think I just try not to play around a removal spell here. And I do this. No, I can't attack. No attacks. I'm just like drawing to... I'm drawing to a Menagerie. I also get to pick up Tristani here, which is nice. At their end of turn. Yeah, so I'm not dead on. Am I dead on board? No, I am dead on board, right? Because of the Vraska. Yeah, we're dead on board with the Vraska. Super dead to that one. Yeah, what we're doing here is cute, but it's probably just worse than the green black deck. And I think there's going to be a lot of decks that we end up trying things out, and they end up falling into a category similar to this. Just like the absolute power level of like what this is doing, while it's doing some neat things with like the Bugler, and Tristani felt like a kind of powerful card, just like Gruesome Menagerie is just like, it's kind of like a less flexible Find Finality, right? Like Find Finality only gets back 2 creatures, but it gets you back any 2 creatures. Like it can get multiple 3-drops, it can pick up Chupacabras, it can pick up, you know, Doom Whisperers and things that are much larger. So I don't actually know that we stumbled on colors too often. We had like one or 2 games in there out of like a dozen or so, and like even 2-color decks stumble on occasion. So I think if you're really married to playing Militia Bugler, this seems like kind of a sweet shell to explore explicitly for that. But honestly, like maybe even just like the Menageries are just like not good enough, and you'd rather just like play Find Finality to lean into that kind of value from that. Yeah, we've played